have a service call to look at what I'm pretty sure is this Sanyo and this Sanyo high wall split system. Do little offices downstairs. Call is that they're not working, so yeah, we'll jump into them. I'll probably just start with this one. See how we go. This is the second indoor here. Turns on. Nothing. So I just hit that operation button there, and that one turned on. So we'll see if there's another controller around. Maybe this is the wrong one. Just grab this one. See if it makes a difference. Oh, there you go. Okay, so yeah. All right, well, it looks like just the controller's wrong on, broken on that one, but we'll jump on the roof and make sure the condenser's running. So now this one's actually running. So so they're obviously labeled on the front here, but those labels don't relate to any of the rooms downstairs. I think they did like a rejig a couple of years ago. Anyway, so this one has started running. So what I might do is I might just isolate power to the ones I think are the condensers I want to be looking at. So that one was running. Yeah, we're going to isolate power to this one and I think this one, and I'll go see if the rooms that I'm working on, because both of them, the indoors, do have power and are like currently turned on, just not doing anything. So the fans just started running on this one. Cool. So I thought about it for longer than 2 seconds, and that one's obviously clearly too big. It's these two here. So first thing, I've got power isolated at the moment. What I'll do is I'll take the cover off, and we can jump into this one first. Sounds like the compressor tries to start, and you can just hear it clunking along. So yeah, pull it off and have a look and see what's going on. There's that compressor here. Probably go get our inverter checker, make sure that the board's setting the right voltage to the compressor, but we'll take the lids off first and we'll test it. Actually, we'll just test it from here. All right, so just test between my windings on my compressor here. Whoops. It's actually quite difficult with one hand to do this stuff. There you go. Winding 1 and 2. 1 and 3. And 2 and 3. All right, cool. So the windings are okay. I'll quickly just do a quick test to earth, but then we'll, what we'll do is I'll plug this back in. We'll turn power back on. I've got a probe connected. We'll see if the, like I said, when I first found this one, it sounded like the compressor was trying to start and just didn't get going. So we'll turn it on, see what happens, see if our compressor, if it starts to turn. If not, then we'll check the inverter board, making sure it's setting the correct voltage. So just turn power back on. 1. Okay, beautiful. We'll wait for this compressor to try to start. All right, so fans just started. Oh yeah. See if it tries again. Well, what we'll do, I'll turn. Yeah, lovely. I'll turn power on. We'll test, make sure that the inverter is actually sending the correct voltage. So we're all set up now. I've had to take those little white clips off the end there to get my alligator clips on, but we'll turn power on and go downstairs and turn it back on and see if we're getting the correct voltage. That inverter's cooked. Kind of see at the back here, seems to be a fair amount of like corrosion and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, feel confident in saying that the inverter's cooked on this one. To be honest, given the age and the condition, again, I think this is just a straight up replacement. We'll give them the option. I tested the compressor electrically, it's fine. Don't know if it's seized because we can't obviously make it run. But yeah, anyway, we'll jump onto this one. Cool, so I've just got my probe on. I'll turn power on, run back downstairs and turn it back on. I was supposed to be going to a commissioning job after this one actually, so I was going to combine those two videos, but we've just had a call for a cool room that's gone down, so I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I might add those two videos together or just release this one as a smaller one, or maybe I can just keep talking and fill it out a bit longer. Anyway, yeah, we'll get this one sorted. Just waiting for this one to turn on now. Amps look a bit better than that one, eh? We'll jump onto the probe and see what that's doing. And it just cut out. So it was, I've sort of got a little bit of footage, but basically the head pressure, obviously I'm just using my low side probe. Here we go, it might be starting again. Anyway, yeah, it was starting to climb and then the compressor just cut out. So there might be a fault somewhere. I'll see if there's like an LED indicator on here or something, or just a way of working out what it's tripping out on. Oh, there you go. Something you see every day. Yeah, we'll see if there's a fault. We'll go downstairs and see if it's flashing. Oh, it's just started again. It's quite hard to see in there. I can't really see any lights, to be honest. Just see what this cuts out at. There you go. So it is flashing. It keeps alternating between flashing and then going on when it sounds like the outdoor unit tries to start. But at this point, I don't actually know how to get the fault code. So we'll see how we go. So I think I've managed to get it into self-diagnostic mode. Okay. So I'll put up a screen grab of what I found online. I basically put it into self-diagnostic mode and then the three indicators flashed at me. Apparently it does like that 3 times and then it'll beep at you 3 times, which I think I caught on camera, which means it's the end of that. Anyway, so that flashing means apparently there's an outdoor board failure. And to be honest with you, I don't really have a lot more time now to go too much deeper into this one. Same age as that one. It's telling me it has a board failure. I think at this point, to be honest with you, that's probably good enough for me. We'll just, again, quote to replace this one. Again, they're fairly old. Like I said, I'm in, where am I now? I've got to go down to Geelong, which is about an hour 45 away from me to see that cool room. So yeah, like I said, I'd like to go into this one in more detail in the end, even if, yeah, I'm happy with that. This is the cool room I've come down to have a look at in Geelong. Not a very big room, obviously. I actually, bit of background story, I'm pretty sure it was about 2 months ago, I think it was, maybe. Came down here for the maintenance and the old pressure control tank cooked itself. Basically the thing was just running, compressor was just constantly running, not shutting off. So I've kind of had in the back of my mind that something might happen down here. Anyway, we'll jump into it. The compressor is stone cold and thermostat is calling. I just jumped inside. I'll throw the footage up now, but basically it's got a EVD ice controller displaying an E3, I think it was, or E5, whatever it is. Anyways, low superheat protection. So anyway, first thing I want to do, make sure we're getting power through this pressure control. Yeah, so we'll pull that off and have a look. Going across the pressure control, and we've got 0 volts. So that's a good thing. If I could do it with one hand, it'd basically show it's got 240 across it, so it's closed. So just having a look at the wiring diagram here. So we've got power comes in, goes to our thermostat, which is up there, and then from there, the thermostat then sends power down to our relay and to our fans. So, hold on, I might actually grab my, yeah, give me 1 sec. No, fuck it, here we go. All right, so, we got power coming in here, so they've joined it up there. It's been a bit weird. They've got power coming from that, comes into there, which then feeds to here, which then goes up to our controller. So if I'm to go across, so following the wiring diagram, so it looks like we've got that terminal block and this here, okay, yeah, so you can see the wire, that wire there, that's to the fans, and to the black wire behind which goes to our 5 on our relay here. So they're using the blue wire, that's kind of annoying. They're using the blue wire as our active, or power coming from the controller. So if I go across here, And there, I've got no power. So we'll go up and have a look at that controller. So I've just pulled this off, and so they've got like one of these little black relays. Hold on, I'll see if I can get the light on there. It's kind of a bit hard to hold on. See that? So that, basically they use that as like a bit of a protector for the controller. So instead of running the load of, or the amps of the compressor through the controller, they'll run it through this. It's essentially just a relay, right? It gets told to turn, closes, and then it sends power. So I reckon what we'll do, we'll test so that we know that that blue wire is the one that's coming through that conduit there. You see it's going down. So you've got this other wire here, which is powering our controller. And like I said, the controller's calling, but yeah, we're not getting any power going down that blue wire. I reckon it's because that relay there's burnt. So, because I'm kind of in an awkward position, I'm literally standing on top of a ladder to do it. It's kind of hard to film and show you, but I tested across. I've got power, well not surprising I guess, but at that terminal that's burnt, I've got power there and I've got nothing on the blue one. So I might even have one of these relays in the car actually. We'll go have a look. There's actually a bit of slack on the wire, so there you go, I pulled it out, but there you go. There we go. I'll just make sure that that's the same, but it should be. I usually just carry around one of these because they're pretty common. So all wired back in. I just replaced both of those because they were using the, I think it was like 2.5, so maybe it was just slightly big. Anyway, I've used the pink ones, which are smaller. But anyway, we'll put this back together, well, that's nice. Thank you, finally. And yeah, we'll test this. It sounded pretty rough. That compressor was stone cold, and they were saying it kind of looked like she thought that it was potentially a bit chilly yesterday. So this thing could have been down for for at least a day and a half. Yeah, well, we're just going to monitor this. I might even probe up and suss out what's going on. Yeah, it looks like it's just been overheating for a while. Hey. Temperature is coming down. It says 13 degrees at the moment. I'll chuck a video up of the pressures. As it stands, they're looking all right. Being in this enclosed space with hot water heaters and another condenser as well, these things usually, and yeah, so the 20 plus 20 condensing temp, I think it's fine. Amperage is staying about the same. I think that rattle is actually coming from, it was like I guess, I'll work it out. I touched something before and it stopped, but anyway, we'll keep monitoring. At the moment, it is ripping down. I can feel the heat. It's pretty warm. It's under a massive load at the moment. Sight glass every now and then just has a few little bubbles go through it, but again, I'm not going to really pay much attention to that until this gets to at least within 5 degrees of set point, which is 2 degrees on this thing. Something funny while we're waiting. So like I said, the other day I came here about a month and a half ago to replace that pressure control. And so anyway, I had to reclaim the gas because they always come and they're always on this part of the this section here is always open. So the one closest is the one that's you can operate through the valve there. Anyway, so I went ahead, got the Schrader tees that I usually get. So I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I may as well do it so that in the future I can always just get access to it. And then annoyingly get all up to the point, buy all the parts, get here, do most of it, only to realise that I've bought the capillary line without the Schrader depressor. I was so annoyed at myself. .4. We're slowly making it, but I'm hoping it hurries up. So we always get so close and then they open the door. So, the joys of commercial refrigeration, I guess. But anyway, look, honestly, it's been pulling down pretty consistently. Clear side glass. The superheat on my controller inside is really good. So So one thing actually I might quickly do just to confirm, I'll turn this thing off, we'll see the pressure control work, and then we'll turn it back on and we should be sweet. Sweet. Okay, I am happy with that. So yeah, we'll finish this video off here.